Alright, I may have screwed this up. It is actually April 28th, 2025 right now. We're going to be doing a Costco item review. This is a beef tongue. Alright, as you can see, this is by Swift. Alright, I think this company sells meat to like other companies as well. But anyways, here you can see beef tongue, okay? $8.99 a pound, 3.19 pounds, $28.68. I hope this is still good. As you can see, it's vacuum bagged, and as you can see, it's still tight against the meat, so I think that means we're okay. Anyways, I'm gonna slit it open and then drain this out. I think there's actually two. Is this just one? I think there's two pieces in here. But yeah, let's take a closer look at that. User freeze by April 22nd, 2025. And the reason I'm late on this is because a friend invited me over, and he was like, "Oh, you want me to cook up some beef tongue?" I'm like, "Sure." And then it ended up getting canceled, and then I forgot about it, and I thought that it had much longer refrigerator life, so I didn't think to cook it right away. Anyways, I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to drain out the liquid, maybe rinse it off, and then we'll cut it up. Alright. Actually, I'm not going to cut it up. I'm just going to season it up and then vacuum seal it. I'm going to try sous videing it and see if I cook it like my steaks. Alright, let me do that real quick. Alright, so I rinse it off really well. I've seen things where they cook it and then they peel off like this outer layer here. You can see how it has like, oh, it's slowly peeling off actually. So you can see how the tongue has all this texture to it. I guess I can see if I can kind of get more of this off before I cook it. So let me do that real quick and I'll be back. Alright, so I cleaned it up more. I scraped off as much of the stuff I could. You can see how it kind of has this texture to it, okay? It got a little bit less rough now, so I don't think I scraped off like gunk from the tongue. It's more like I scraped off a layer of the tongue. But anyways, that's what it looks like, okay? Alright, there's the tongue. And I'm going to try and vacuum bag it. I'm going to just put some seasoning on it. We'll vacuum bag it, and then we'll be back. Alright, I'm just going to put this salt, pepper, garlic stuff on it. Alright, obviously there are other ways to cook like this, that they have actual recipes from different countries and things. But I'm just going to see what happens if I cook it like how I cook my steaks. I'm curious, okay? I might have to cut it thinner though, because I don't know how it's going to sear. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, we're just going to get the thing all coated. Make sure you get the surface of the tongue so the cow can taste the seasonings. Okay, get it all over there. This is a pretty big chunk of meat. You can get it underneath as well if you want. Although this part's pretty thin, so I don't think it needs more seasoning. Make sure you get all the way to the back so that it can taste everything. Okay, and behind here as well. Alright, so there we go. Hopefully the small vacuum bag I have will work, because I made a bag earlier and then it's too small for what I was going to use it for earlier. So we'll see. I'm going to have to roll the edges of the bag. I'll be back. Alright, I have my doubts. This bag is really thin, but let's go ahead and see if we can try and force it in. Alright, so we'll just get that into there. Oh, actually, I think it will fit. Okay, since it's so squishable. But I am going to have to, like, wash off the edge of the bag now. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got this into the bag. And I'm going to sous vide it at 128.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably for, like, 3 hours because it's so thick. Alright, let me go vacuum it. I'll show you that. Also, these are the pieces that came off from the tongue. So as you can see, I don't think that's gunk from what they were eating. Yeah. Alright, so here is the vacuum bag. We got it set to sous vide. Let's go ahead and vacuum it. There's a lot of moisture, so we're probably going to have to stop it and then seal it pretty quick. Let's see. See a lot of water coming out. We'll let it go. It'll go into that little tray. Okay, and let's seal it. Alright. Alright, so I smushed it out to make it thinner. That way it can cook quicker. And yeah, alright, there's a lot of moisture that came out, and actually not much that went into there. So let's throw it in the vacuum bath. I just need to rinse this out so it doesn't go in there. Alright, we have it set to 128.5, so we're just going to throw it in here and then leave it for about 2.5 hours. Alright, so we'll see you guys then. Let's just get this and the lid back on. Alright. There we go. See you guys later. Okay, I ended up having too much work, and now it's been sitting in here for probably about 3.5 hours. But was it floating? Oh no. Okay, anyways, I guess that works because now the whole top didn't have to cook as long. I'm gonna unbag this and then pull it out, and we'll see. Alright, so here it is. It's very tough to puncture, to pierce, so most likely this is gonna be very tough meat to eat. We probably have to cut it into thinner pieces, so I think I'm gonna slice it down the middle. I don't know if, see, they said there's like a skin layer when you cook it, it'll come off. I don't think so, and I think it's because I scraped it all off. But yeah, let's go ahead and maybe we'll cut this portion off, and then we'll cut it in half. Okay, so go ahead and grab this knife, and I think we'll just cut it here. Okay, you can see what it looks like. Again, I don't know. Actually, should I? No. See, I can't peel this layer off. It holds on tight. So I think I probably already scraped it all off by hand. I don't know if I can cut this thinner, so that way it will be more like seared. Because I have a feeling this kind of meat, you can't just like leave it like that. So I'm gonna cut this in half this way. Okay, you can see the fiber, the muscle fibers in there. Alright, so I'm probably gonna need more seasoning now. But we'll see. Should be okay. Alright. I don't know about drying this up to sear it because it's so, this meat is so wet. So I don't think even if I dry it, let me see what happens. Yeah, okay, I can. I'm going to dry it up a bit, and then we will add some more seasoning, and then we will sear it, okay? Let's go ahead and do this. Dry it up. Okay. Now we're losing all the seasoning. I'm going to put this on the plate for now. Okay. You can see how much moisture is in this thing. Okay, that, and this piece looks like a, yeah, it looks like a, you know what. Okay, anyways, we're gonna put some more seasoning all over it. We're gonna sear it up, and then we'll give it a try. I might need multiple plates because these pieces of meat are ginormous. All right, so we're just gonna put some more. Okay. Taste the seasoning, okay? There you go. All right. Let me try and dry this off a bit. All right. Make the seasoning. All right, so we got this piece. Just season the inside. Okay, I don't think we need a crazy amount because now it's not too thick. Okay. And this is most likely going to have like a chewy, somewhat of a pop to it. We'll see. I've had cow tongue and stuff before, but never cooked this the way I'm doing it right now, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. We'll find out. This is going to be a first. I don't know anyone that has ever cooked beef tongue like this, and there's probably a reason. Alright, anyways, let's try it. Alright, this thing's going to be burning hot because I left it going while I was trying to prep the beef tongue. Let's go ahead now, and we'll, yeah, I can't even puncture this thing, so I'm gonna have to use my hands to get it out. I guess we'll try this one first. I don't know if it's small enough to go in there. Let's lower it one just in case. And we'll just cook it in there. Let's maybe lower it a bit more and angle this. Here we go. Huh. So the way this cooks, you can hear it doesn't have much searing loss of moisture. Interesting. So I don't know how long we're gonna have to sear this for or cook it for. Again, this is the first time I've ever tried cooking beef tongue like this, or actually beef tongue at all. Ooh, it burnt all the stuff on top already. You can see how it's growing. It basically cooks up like somewhat like chicken heart, I feel. When I've eaten chicken hearts, it's somewhat, if I remember correctly, it's going to be somewhat similar to that. But you can see how it grows because all the muscles kind of contract and pull in together. So I don't know how long to cook this for. Okay, also I'm not sure if I got the outer layer out or not. We'll find out. You can see how it's like burning up. So it doesn't sear the way like steaks do. I'm gonna pull it out and let's see. Alright, does it puncture easily now? Kinda, not really. Alright, we'll get it on the plate and we'll get the big thing now and let's try and cook that up and see. Alright, again, there's probably a reason why nobody ever cooks beef tongue this way, but it's an experiment. We'll see what happens. Flavor's good. Okay, is it gonna grow really tall and then hit the top? I gotta be careful and watch it. You can see how it's pulling itself in, it's shrinking. Okay. Let's see, does the tongue outer layer rip out now? I don't know. Okay. The garlic's all gonna burn on top. See? The garlic's all burning on top. It's definitely easier to puncture now that I seared it. This part's getting too tall, so I'm gonna have to lower it. Put that back in. You see how it's pulling itself in? The portion is getting too close to the top now. Let's see if I can do it at an angle. Make it go at an angle. Kind of works. You can see how the skin layer is getting all bubbly. Okay, I think this should be good. Usually this kind of thing I think you cook longer or in like thinner pieces. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll find out. Okay, here it is. You can see I can puncture it through easily now. Let's set this down. It's probably I didn't get that outer layer out. Okay, you can see the raw one and you can see the cooked one now. Alright, let's go ahead and cut this up and see if it turned edible this way. Okay, so you can see the inside's still going to be very chewy, so you probably need to cook this at a much higher temperature. But let's go ahead and try this outer piece here. It's cooked to the same temperature that I would cook steaks, so let's see. Flavor's good, but yeah, it's tough. So likely I'm going to have to cook it like in an oven. Or I'm going to have to cut thin pieces like this. It definitely tastes good like this. I wonder what that dark almost purple color is. Let's go ahead and cut around it. And I'm gonna have to cook this another way to finish it off, most likely, because otherwise it's gonna be too tough. But here we go. It tastes good. I think I need to figure out what temperature I should cook this at. I think usually beef tongue, you can probably cook it at a much higher temperature to kind of break it down a little bit more. But yeah, don't cook it like you cook a steak. And yep. Alright, I'm going to put these back in the vacuum bag, seal it up, and then probably cook it at a higher temperature. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Alright, Google said 160 degree Fahrenheit internal temperature is recommended, so I set to 160, and we'll let it cook there now for maybe another couple hours. Okay, so it's been cooking at 160 degrees Fahrenheit for about 2 hours now. So let's go ahead and take it out and cook it up. Alright, definitely is much darker and seems a lot more cooked, so I think we should be good to go. We might not even have to sear it, but I'm going to sear it just so it has a nice, like, kind of crust on it. Alright, let's put it in. You can see how easily it stabs. I'm going to pull this out. Okay, and we'll drop it on there. Let's actually, I guess we can do both at the same time. Get in, let go. Okay. Actually, it's kind of tall, so I don't know about this, but let's see. Okay, it's good. We'll let it cook for a while. Okay, you can actually see it like bubbling as it cooks. Look at that. It's like interesting. That one's gonna get overcooked, so I'm gonna have to take that out. Oh shoot, it's gonna burn. Okay, I'm gonna flip this one just because it's too tall here. Ooh, I need 2 hands. Alright, let's put that back in. And let it cook. You see how it's bubbling up? It's like getting blisters. Look at it getting more blistery and bubbly. Okay, don't want to cook it too long. Alright, I think let's pull it out. Look at that. Okay, let's flip this guy. I don't know how well it will cook now, but this one will go a little bit longer. And then we'll swap it out for the tip of the tongue. Look at it bubbling up. Okay, let's pull it out. This one looks good. And this one's much more tough. It was hard to stab that in there. Alright, let's get this one in there. Let's see, this one's almost ready. Okay, that top portion's burning, so let's actually take that out. And we'll continue letting the tongue portion cook. Okay. Alright, I think it should be good. Oh no, I burned it. Let's flip it over. Actually, this one looks like it should be done already. I'll let it go a few seconds in there just to kind of char the outside a little more. And we should be good. Alright, let's take this guy out and we're good. Alright, so here's the tongue portion. Probably overcooked, but let's go ahead and cut it and see. I'm going to cut more towards the middle. Okay, again, I don't know if I was supposed to peel off the outer portion here, but let's cut this and actually let's see if the ring even can come out. So we have this. Can I? Nope, I can't take that off. Okay, so I'm going to give this a try. You can see what it looks like. Good flavor. Pretty tough, pretty chewy. It's similar to the gizzard, like gizzard of chicken. That's good. If you don't like gizzard, you wouldn't like this, but I like the gizzard of chicken, so very delicious. Okay, Here we have the big portion from the back that I cut in half. Okay. So here you can see what this looks like. Again, it's pretty tough like gizzard. Let's try this. Oh, that part's way softer. It's good. How would you describe it? It feels like more fatty and softer. So the portion down here is more tender. I think this is more like the back of the tongue. And then this is like the bottom piece that they kind of cut out. But yeah, it's pretty good. Obviously, there's all different kinds of ways you can cook this, different kinds of seasonings. But I like this flavor, and it's a nice chewy texture. Yeah, if you like chicken gizzards and stuff, you'll love this. Alright? Not really much else to say about it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.